Hi, in this video, we'll be talking about finding the determinant of matrix using cofactor. How to find the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrices. Remember, I've mentioned about the butterfly. Can just cross multiply A times D minus B times C. But do you notice that this formula comes from finding the determinant of this matrix by using a cofactor? The formula to find the determinant of matrix A by using the cofactor is this. To find the determinant of a square matrix is just starting with choosing a row or a column. Let's say we choose this first row, and then we write the values there. And then, since we have written A here, we have to eliminate the row and the column at A. Remember, when you eliminate the row and column, that is like finding the minor. But when you add the signs, it is the cofactor. So to find the determinant, it's just the cofactor of deleting that element. Same goes for B. You delete the rows and columns of B, that is just the cofactor of element 1, 2 there, because B is in the first row and second column. And just add some. Can you notice that the minor of 1, 2 is C? The value that we have found is just the minor, which is C. So to find the cofactor of element 1, 2, remember we have to add in the sign at element 1, 2, which means the first row and second column. The sign is negative. Next, for cofactor 1, 1, means deleting the first row and first column, you get the value D. That D is just the minor of element 1, 1. So to find the cofactor of element 1, 1, we have to add in the signs. From the signs here, look at the first row and first column. The sign is positive. So that's where the formula of AD minus BC comes from. Let's look at this example. To find the determinants, you can simply apply the butterfly concept, which is AD minus BC, and you get your answer 1. Next, for B, also cross multiply and put the minus sign in the middle, and your answer is negative 4. How about to find the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix? The same concept applies, but now we have to add more numbers. First step is you can choose any row or column. But the best row and column to choose is the one with the most zeros. Let's say we have chosen the first row, this one. We start by writing down the values in that row and then just cover the rows and columns of that element that we are looking at, plus the sign of the cofactors. So it's just the cofactor matrix, and sum it up with the others. Do the same steps. Same goes for expanding along the columns. Let's look at this example. To find determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix, you can choose any rows or columns. But for this question, they want you to use the second row for question A, and they want to use first column for question B. So we have to follow. How to find the determinant? First, highlight the second row. And then you can write down your formula, which is A21. Why is it 21? Because we look at the second row and the first column. And then it needs to be multiplied with the cofactor of element 21 as well. And sum it up with the next element, which is the second row and second column, and then add with the last element. Write your signs of cofactors. Remember, it starts with a positive sign, negative, positive, and they keep on alternating. To find the cofactor of 21, that means we are looking for a negative minor of 21. Instead of writing C, you can replace it with the minor M. So your next step is to simplify. C22 is just this, and C23 is here. After that, just substitute in your values, writing down your first element in the row that you have chosen, which is 1. And then don't forget to write your negative sign in front of the minor. And to reduce careless mistakes, write a bracket also for this element that you have just written down, and then write your minor. Remember, minor comes from the vertical bars, which is finding the determinant. And to find minor, we have to delete the second row and first column. Write the remaining numbers according to their orders. Repeat for the rest. There's a plus sign here, just follow. A22 here means the second element in the row that we have chosen, which is -2. Write -2 there with a bracket. And then your minor of 22. Minor of 22 means deleting the second row and second column. Write down the remaining numbers and then continue with the last element in the row that we have chosen, which is 7 here. And since there's negative there, make sure you write a bracket at 7 as well. Maybe writing -1 here, and then your vertical bars. M23 means deleting the second row and the third column. Write down the remaining numbers. Next, you can just write this down and solve for the determinants. Remember, it's the butterfly, AD minus BC. -1 times 10 is -10 minus -1 times 4, which is -4 there. Do this step by step because most of the students, they always do careless mistakes here while solving their determinants of the 2 by 2 matrices. Keep on writing them down. The last one comes from 3 times -1 minus 5 times -1. Make sure you always put a bracket whenever you have a negative sign and when it means negative. Simplify that and your answer is -28. Let's look at question B. We want to expand along the first column. Highlight the first column and then writing down your formula to find this determinant. This first term refers to the first element. A11 means it is the first row and first column. Here, 21 means the second row and first column. 31 here means the third row and first column. And then multiplying the elements of A with the respective cofactors. Next, simplify the cofactors. C11 is situated here, C21 is here, and C31 is here. It's also in the first column. Replace C11 with positive M11, C21 with negative M21, and C31 with positive M31. Next, you just have to find your minus. Next step, A11, which is the first element in this column. Write number 3 there, and here the sign is just positive, you can leave that out, and just write your vertical bars here, which refers to finding the determinant of element 11. Remember, to find the minor, you have to delete the first row and first column, and then write down the remaining numbers. Next, there's a plus here, just follow, and A21 means the second element in the first column, which is 1 here, write 1 there. And since there's a negative sign there, make sure you put a bracket as well at 1, and then bracket here at negative. You may write 1 there, because if you don't, you might get confused, or you might do a careless mistake and think that this is 1 minus, but it's not 1 minus, it's 1 times negative. Okay, then just write your vertical bars, delete your second row and first column, write the remaining values, and then do the same for the last number. The last value is 5, and substitute in the remaining values after you have deleted the third row and first column. This is just finding the determinant, so you can just draw the butterfly there and cross multiply. -2 times 10 minus -1 times 7. Solve it. -1 times 7 is -7, but it meets with the minus sign, so that's why it's positive here. Make sure you find the determinant of these 2 by 2 matrices carefully, okay? And then writing down the answers here with a negative sign there, -1, draw your butterfly and multiply, plus with 5, and then your butterfly there. Simplify all of this, and your answer is -28. Notice that in A, we also get the same answer for the determinant. Remember, I've mentioned that the determinants will be the same regardless of whatever column and rows that we have chosen. Okay, thank you for watching.